Hi, this is Sean Darrington, Senior Director of Product Management here at Exablocks. In this short how-to video, I want to show you how to promote a share from read-only status to read-write status on a given ring. Now, I've already logged into my OneSystem account. You see I've got a couple organizations set up here demonstrating the multi-tenancy of OneSystem. If you're a service provider or if you're just a larger organization, you want to segregate different responsibilities, you can do so in a multi-tenant fashion. I'm going to go ahead and click on my rings here. In my organization, you'll see they already have 5 different clusters set up, and you'll notice they have different capacities of just over 7 terabytes, free 15. Anytime you're doing remote replication, they do not have to be identically configured. You simply need enough capacity on the target rings to support the primary shares that are being replicated to it. And now that we support a bidirectional replication, you can have read-write shares on your secondary ring and read-write shares on your primary ring, and they can be bidirectionally replicating to each other. And that's true across multiple rings. We support 2 or more OneBlocks rings. They can be up to 10 in a single mesh or cluster configuration. So here I've got all of my target rings showing. If I select all of the source, you'll see the primary replica. In this case, Veeam is replicating to 3 other locations. Now that I'm going to demonstrate how to promote a read-only share to read-write, I'm going to go ahead and select the targets. Now it's important to note that for a given ring, you can have a lot of shares. You can have 10, 15, 20 different shares replicating to multiple rings. You can have up to 100 shares on a given ring, both the read-write as well as read-only. And so for Veeam 2, as an example, I can actually replicate this in a read-write status to multiple rings and read-only. And on those, I can have a different share as read-write replicating back to this one. In this case, Veeam 2, that share, there's only one instance of Veeam 2 on a given ring, in this case New York, that is a target. If you're looking at the primary, it's being replicated from London, that is the read-write version of Veeam 2. So that's how you actually have the ability to access in a read-only fashion on the secondary, but in the primary you can continue to update. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select Veeam 2. Since this is a backup target, I'm going to make this version on New York. It's being replicated from London from read-only to read-write status. So I go ahead and click Actions and then click Promote. And now I'm going to be saying, okay, this is confirming that the replication source London, this is the one that I'm going to be promoting. So now I click Next. And this is in case when you begin to resume or switch back, you want to make sure that you have that networking information from your primary, London in this case. You have the external IP address of that, as well as any firewall port. If you're on the same network, you don't need to enter in that information. So that's the case here in the lab. So I'm going to go ahead and click Finish. So now, because I have 2-factor authentication, I'm going to go ahead and be prompted for this. Otherwise, you would use your OneSystem password. We recommend this as an additional level of security for your account, but it's up to your organization. So now the read-only version of Veeam 2 on cluster OneBlocks ring New York will now become read-write as of the latest recovery point, and that's what we showed before. The original Veeam 2 on London will become read-only. So now I'm going to click Verify, and now you'll see that this happens here on the in OneSystem, where now I have on London, this is now a target, it's a read-only, but if I look at Veeam 2 here on New York, this is now the primary. So now I can begin to read-write. If I wanted to switch this back, I can go ahead and click Veeam 2 on London, and then promote this to read-write. In the meantime, if I have a share being replicated to multiple rings, when I just promoted the share on New York, the other shares on different clusters still have their own read-only version. There's no more replication taking place. New York is now the primary. So in this case, I'm going to flip it back to New York and again be prompted for my one-time password here. And 029702. Now this is saying Veeam 2 on London is now going to become the read-write. So after I do this, that replication that I had set up between those 3 other locations, because if I look here on London, I have 4 different replicas, that read-write status for Veeam 2 on London now picks up as capturing all the changes. Applications can update that, and those changes are then replicated to the 3 other clusters. So it picks up really right where it left off from the last recovery point. And then in just a moment, you can mount this share right now as a read-write, but in just a moment you'll see that this actually flips to being synchronized again as of a given recovery point. So that's as easy as it is to promote a share from read-only to read-write status. Thanks for watching.